You mentioned mutual action plans.
Yes.
What more can you tell us? Can you give us an example?
So these things used to be called mutual close plans, or just close plans, actually, which again, who's that centered on? Bit selfish, isn't it? Yeah. So mutual action plans, or I mean, the go-to guy for me on this is a guy called Tom Williams. And he says, him and Kevin Dixon actually both use the same word. They call them outcome enablement plans. So we talk to customers, we do all this conversation to understand where they want to be. What are the outcomes they're looking for? Okay. So then what we're doing is we're mapping out for them, what do they have to do to achieve that? Who is going to do what from both parties? Because you're not going to do it all as a salesperson, or you're not all going to do it all as a sales organization. You'll have different people doing stuff. Okay, let's put names against tasks, dates, and let's have what the other party, the customer, is also going to be doing. When that's clear, we can then start to work to that, towards that thing that we want to achieve. So different ways we can do this. You can just have a document which you bounce around between people. Better if you've got something which can be live, so sort of held in the cloud somewhere, Google Doc or something like that. Or there's some really cool software, so again, I talk about these sales tech available. There's things which again can hold this stuff. So it's always live. People are always seeing the most up-to-date version, and everyone who's involved in that plan has got access to it. The one I personally like is Boxstep, Boxxstep. I like this because it's got that built in, but it's also got the whole piece about mapping up the decision-making unit. That's the bit which the sales organization keeps. The mutual action plan bit, you share it into the customer. But what's the genius piece of design with this is that when you put somebody's name against it, it also puts a little photograph of them because you link it into LinkedIn. Yeah, and it's got a little green sort of circle around it while the task is live. As soon as they go over the date, when they should have delivered it, if they've not done it, it goes red. Who wants to be sat in a red circle saying you haven't done your stuff? So yeah, that's what the mutual action plan is. It's just laying out the implementation, the ways in which we're going to get to that point that you said you wanted to achieve the stuff you wanted to achieve.